What's up everyone, welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Today we're taking a look at Ethereum and its recent price action, and make sure to watch the video till the end for a price prediction for the short and the long term as well. First things first, please smash the like, subscribe and hit the bell icon. YouTube is not pushing crypto content out currently and our subscribers aren't getting notifications, so make sure to join our free Telegram to stay up to date with all of our videos as they are posted, links in the description. It really helps if you hit the like. We're posting 4 videos per day, so come back every day for daily updates and analysis. And make sure to comment down below for your chance to win a hardware wallet in our new monthly giveaway. We'd also like to thank you all so much for your support. We've just hit 10k subscribers, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, we've had many reports that our subscribers aren't seeing our content, and this is most likely because you haven't hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon with all notifications turned on. Give it a tap now, turn on all notifications, and you'll most likely see most of our videos being posted. Also, if you want to support the channel, make sure to tap that like, it really helps us out. We're posting 4 videos per day, so make sure to check back every single day for daily updates. So with all that being said, let's take a look at Ethereum here. As you can see, over the past few days, we can see we're forming up this kind of this pennant here, which could be considered bearish when you look at the potential drop that we saw before it, where we could see a continuation to the downside. But we do think that this is largely just because of whatever Bitcoin's doing right now, Ethereum is following, and Ethereum is forming this somewhat pennant formation, as we can see here. But as you can see, we got horribly oversold when we came down at the bottom of this pennant. I do believe this is like the most oversold we've been ever since we had the big correction on the 19th of May on the hourly time frame here. So by my estimation, it does seem unlikely that we will continue down from here and make lower lows and lower lows. And if we do, then we could be looking at a very nice bullish divergence. For example, if the price broke down to somewhere like here, retested the previous support, we make that lower low, but then most likely what's going to happen is we'll make that higher low on our RSI, something like this, for a nice bullish divergence, which would most likely signal a reversal if we did see some further price action to the downside, because as you can see, we've been horribly overextended here. We've actually come back up and now we're bouncing around inside this pennant. We'll just zoom in a bit more here so you can see what's going on over the past few days. We did get a decent little pickup for Bitcoin overnight, but then obviously for some reason we had another decent sell-off for it. And it's pretty obvious in Ethereum's price action that it has been dragged down here. Things were going all right. We just flipped bullish on our hourly time frame here, on our EMAs, ever since we had this big correction here. And then the second that we did, we had this big dump again to basically bring us back down to the bottom of this this formation that we're forming. So obviously in the short term, it does look as though Ethereum will continue to do whatever Bitcoin is doing. However, the fundamentals for Ethereum are starting to look better and better with all the upgrades that are coming. EIP 5059 is well underway. And there's generally just a lot of bullish news for Ethereum. Its protocol continues to get more and more adopters and also institutional interest and adoption. So once we start seeing more and more money flow into it as the bull run starts to get back underway, we do think Ethereum is really going to start to pick up. Obviously, the volume recently has been extremely low as well, which is one of the main reasons why we're seeing these kind of just sideways chopping, really, aren't we? We're not really seeing many big moves to the upside or the downside recently. Not that many in comparison to usual. And that's basically just because we're ranging here, aren't we? I mean, you can look at this ascending wedge and this pennant that we're forming here as much as you want, but in reality, we're just ranging, aren't we? We're basically just ranging in between this $1,700 level and this $2,900 level. We've just been chopping it up inside of this area for some time here. And this will continue to happen until we see Bitcoin basically break down below 28k or up above 42k. So as of right now, we do look like we're just in a period of accumulation, as you can quite clearly tell, in between these two areas. We are forming like some patterns here, as you can see, but they're not really actually coming to that much. Obviously, this ascending wedge, usually the target for this would be back where you formed it, down around here. But if Bitcoin gets a big pump, you best believe that we're probably just going to reverse straight out of here and continue to the upside. So really everything's on Bitcoin right now, and it does look as though it is actually breaking out of key levels of resistance that it's been under ever since we had the big drop from around 65k all the way down to 30k. So things are looking up for Bitcoin in our opinion, and it's slowly starting to gain strength. And as it does continue to do that, we will start to see some more strength for other cryptos as well. But as you can see, we've been pretty ridiculously oversold recently. Got some nice bullish divergence here. on our 4-hourly time frame now. And it does look as though we are in potential of rolling over here a bit, aren't we? But as we said, most likely going to be forming some nice divergences if that's the case, especially on the hourly time frame. But I mean, if we're looking at this chart, we're just having a nice little consolidation period, aren't we? We've got really, really overextended here. As you can see, we came all the way up through our Fibonacci's here. We almost came all the way up to our Fibonacci here. The 141, as you can see. Basically came all the way up, nearly touched it. We actually touched nearly the top of this channel as well that we've been inside of. We got too overextended. We had the rejection. And now we're just chopping it sideways back inside our channel. Back around, you know. We're fairly middling here. We'd say we've just been ranging. Chopping it up inside of this channel that we've been talking about. Basically up above the previous all-time high. And down below the 127 here. The 127 is acting as a decent bit of resistance as well at around that $3,000 level, which we do think is a really big psychological resistance. And as we said, just chopping it up right now, like we're just chilling and vibing, aren't we? Not really much to say apart from that, but there's not really too much bearishness to say either. Obviously, everyone's calling for a bear market right now, but as we'll continue to say, we don't see it yet. We've just got overextended, haven't we? We've got overextended, and we're basically just coming back down and retesting previous levels of support, aren't we, before we start to run up again. We've come back down and we've retested this key level here, in and around this $1,700 level, basically backtesting this previous area of structure here. And we have backtested it a few times here, finding decent support, and now we're just chopping it up a bit higher up in this range. And if we do see Bitcoin start to pick up, which we do think we will, obviously we can predict that Ethereum will start to come back up here and start retesting some of these resistances that it's under. But I mean, as you can quite clearly tell here, nothing out of the ordinary. You can quite clearly see that this Fibonacci has been being respected a whole lot of times here. As you can see, we dragged it from the bottom of the previous bear market here to the top of the previous bull market, and you can get an idea of some of the things that are possible here. And as you can see, as we came up, resistance here, and then we came all the way up to here. The 0.61 is resistance, came back down, and we found the 0.5 as support. We came up again here, basically to the 0.78 here, found this as resistance, came up, formed this ascending triangle with the previous all-time high, broke out of it, retested it as support, chopped it sideways, really started to run all the way up to the 141 here, got pretty overextended, and didn't really backtest any key levels. And then obviously we've come back down, retested this area here, and now we're just chopping sideways and vibing. But as you can see, every time we've come close to the bottom of this channel previously, which we are potentially going to do in the next week or so here, we could be looking at a very, very nice bounce, which is what we've seen previously. So basically ever since the March 2020 crash, we have been inside of this channel, and until we break outside of this channel, this is basically a valid bit of structure on the chart, but in our opinion. And as you can see, things looking good, like nothing really to complain about. We're just having a bit of a long sideways consolidation period, like we did here, and like we did here, and like we did here as well. And then we have a big pump, consolidate, pump, consolidate, pump, and now we're consolidating. And then most likely what we'll see is another pump for the remainder of the bull market, which essentially will be going into potentially the end of the year, maybe the start of next year, depending on if the cycle does get lengthened by this extended consolidation period that we're having. So by our estimation, I mean, 10K per Ethereum by the end of the year, very, very possible in my eyes. Seems very likely in our opinion that we're probably going to see more upwards price action as Bitcoin does start to gain strength, as it consolidates and starts to potentially start running up again. It does look like the bottom is in based on the stock RSI, the MACD, everything is pointing to a potential Bitcoin bottom. And if that's the case, then obviously when Bitcoin starts to pick up again, we could be looking at some very nice price action for Ethereum. So just a quick look at the weekly time frame here. Looks as though we're currently vibing in and around that 20 moving average, so still in an uptrend. No sign of a bear market whatsoever. We haven't even touched the 55 yet, let alone breaking down below it and doing something like this, which would be, you know, textbook bear market when you can't break the 55. And as you can see, I mean, things looking completely fine. We are still on track for, you know, 10K plus Ethereum by the end of the year. As you can see, this is October. If we get back to the top of this channel, we will be looking at over 10K, more like 12K here. And if we do get to, you know, the end of the year, start of next year, and we're hitting the top of this channel, then we're looking at around 20K for Ethereum. So in the short term, very difficult to know what's going to happen. Obviously, as we said, very, very difficult to know. But it does look as though if this pennant, it does formulate how it should formulate, we could be looking at potential downside here if we do break out of it. But if Bitcoin does have a nice pump, obviously Bitcoin's going to drag everything up again. So Everything's led by Bitcoin right now, but just be aware that the volume is extremely low. So we could be looking at some pretty moves that aren't really categorized by some decent volume, which is a bit of a concern. So just do be careful out there. Obviously, over the weekend, the volume has been horribly low as well. So we do need to start seeing some volume in the market if we're going to see some proper moves to the upside or downside. But I mean, currently, overall, short term, we're just vibing, aren't we? We could potentially come back down to here if this ascending wedge does play out fully and this potentially bearish pennant here with the continuation to the downside like this. But obviously, everything's based on Bitcoin right now. And if Bitcoin pumped all the way up to 40K, you best believe that Ethereum would probably come back up here as well. So short term, always hard to know, as we keep saying. But the long term, we do think Ethereum in the long term is going to do extremely well, as we keep saying. And it seems likely to us that by the end of the bull run, we're probably going to see at least a 10K Ethereum by our estimation. This would easily put us, just above our 161 here on our Fibonacci extensions. And if we stay within this channel, it's very, very possible that this is the case. So this isn't Moonboy talk. This is based on actual, a rational analysis of what we're seeing. We have come up to the top of this channel before twice, as you can see. And if we do get that consolidation, that rip to the upside towards the end of the year to the top of the channel, we could be looking at, between 10 and 20K for an Ethereum. So things looking very good in my opinion. That's our update today, guys. We'd like to thank everyone for watching. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please let us know down in the comments section below. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with all of our videos. Remember to comment down below and be subscribed to enter into our brand new monthly giveaway for a hardware wallet. If you'd like to support the channel more directly, please sign up to our Patreon via the link in the description below, or sign up to YouTube membership by hitting the join button right next to the sub below this video, where you can get access to our private Discord. We're offering coin calls, one-to-one access to us personally, insight into our personal portfolio, daily research of crypto assets with massive potential, and access to our brand new 100x portfolio. With so many benefits, you might as well check it out below. Don't forget to get 2 free stocks with Webull by signing up and then depositing $100 using our link in the description below. You can quite literally deposit the $100, get your 2 free stocks, and then withdraw the money. So there's no reason not to do that, and they could be valued all the way up to $1,600 each. But don't forget to actually deposit as well after signing up, otherwise you won't receive the second stock. Scammers get worse every day, so make sure to protect yourself and your crypto online with PureVPN. Sign up below for some big discounts. You can get access to block content and protect yourself from phishing scams with super low monthly payments and high quality speeds. You can also sign up to our free Telegram via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.